Hi my dear students, welcome back to new session. In the last class you already learned regarding AIDS, right? One of the chronic disease we had learned in the last class. The today class is regarding cancer. The today class is regarding cancer, right? The cancer also, it is one of the most dangerous and chronic disease on the earth. Every year millions of the individuals are suffering from the disease and the majority of the peoples are going to die, right? Here this cancer, in case normal cells is transformed as oncogenic cells. So this oncogenic cells is going to lead the cancer, nothing but formation of tumor, right? Here how the tumor is going to form. So these normal cells are going to show the unlimited cell division. Unlimited cell division, nothing but unlimited mitosis division to form of abnormal group of cells are formed. So that is called as what? Tumor, right? So here this undifferentiated abnormal cells we can call as cancer cells, nothing but oncogenous cells. The study of cancer is called as oncology, right? Let us try the point. Cancer, it is one of the most dangerous disease. It is one of the most dangerous and chronic disease on the globe, right? And every year millions of individuals are suffering from the cancer, and out of that majority of individuals are going to die due to this chronic disease, right? In this case what happen? Generally these normal cells are become as oncogenic cells, like they are transformed. Normal cells is transformed as oncogenic cells. So this oncogenic cells is going to cause what? Cancer. Here in this case these normal cells are going to lead uncontrolled cell division and uncontrolled cell division, and also abnormal cells and excessive mitosis division. Due to this excessive mitosis division, so these normal cells is transformed as cancer cells, become as tumor that we can call as cancer, right? Here normally the which cells which are abnormal and undifferentiated cells, abnormal and undifferentiated cells is called as oncogenous cells, nothing but cancer cells, right? The study of cancer is called as oncology. The study of cancer is called as what? Oncology. So if you say for example in our body the cells are going to the cell division, growth as well as differentiation, it is a highly regulated process. But in case of cancer this regulation process is breakdown. So that's why the cells are going to done the unlimited cell division to form of mass of tissue, that is called as tumor, right? And as well as some of in our cells, generally the normal cells, it can show the one property, that is contact inhibition. When this group of cells are going to connect with other cells, ultimately the growth of unlimited division is going to inhibited. So this is actually virtual programmed in human, that is called as contact inhibition in case of normal cell. Here in case of cancer cells, cancerogenous cells, they are going to lose this property. So that's why the cells are going to lead unlimited division to cause cancer, right? Normally in human cells, human cell growth as well as differentiation, cell differentiation is highly regulated controlled and regulated processing with the help of regulatory genes, But in case of cancer cells, or break up the rule. So this rule. So that's why the cell is going to lead the unlimited cell division. So this unlimited cell division is going to give mass of cells, mass of tissue, it called as tumor, right? And again two more question is, that is contact inhibition. The normal cells, when they are going to contact normal cells, they show the one property. The property is called as contact inhibition. Two more question. What is contact inhibition? It is a property of normal cell, right? So in this contact inhibition means here the tissues or the cells, when they are going to contact with other cells, ultimately their unlimited cell division is inhibited. When they are going to contact with other cell, the first cell division is going to inhibited. So there is no further cell division. So that is actually property of normal cell. But in case of cancer cells, or do not follow this property, do not show this property. So then what happen? It's going to lead unlimited cell division. Here always we are using cell division. Cell division is mainly two types. One is mitosis and meiosis. Which cell division is occurred here? Only mitosis. Because if it is somatic cells is become as what? Tumors, not gametic cells. So here which division? Unlimited. Exactly we have to write mitosis divisions to lead formation of tumor, right? Next, and most of the students are get confused in between what is normal cells and cancer cells. Which properties are there? Is any difference is there between normal cell to cancer cells? Yes, the difference is there. Let's see the difference between normal cell to cancer cell. So first here the normal cells, they have in particular regular in shape. Cancer cells are irregular in shape. First. And second, just to recall the knowledge of 11th cell cycle and cell division we had discussed in the 11th, right? One, for example, younger cells have no capacity to enter into the cell division. The cells it become matured after particular time, after particular duration, the young cells is become as matured. So these matured cells again undergoes a cell division, right? And some of the matured cells, they are going to perform one special function. These matured cells are going to differentiate, nothing but they are entered into the G0 phase. When they are entered into the G0 phase, the cells are going to lose the cell division capacity, right? But in case of cancer cells are never going to mature, never going to differentiate. It means that they never entered into the G0 phase. So that's why the cells are always active in condition, divide and redivide, producing the mass of proliferated cells are going to form, right? So that is actually difference, right? Here, so both are somatic cells. Here it is also somatic cells diploid in condition. It is also with somatic condition, diploid in condition. Here normal cells are regular shape cells. So these are irregular. These are irregular in shape, right? Next, so these cells normally, normal cells, when the first young cells become as matured, so these matured cells again become as differentiated. So why they are differentiated? Because to perform to perform one special function. Special function. So they are differentiated. Once the cells are differentiated, they are never undergoes the or enter into the cell cycle. It means the cells are in G0. Some exceptions are there that we already discussed in the 11th, right? But in case of cancer cells, these normal cells become as first cancer cells, like transformed cells. So these cells are never become matured, never become matured, or never differentiated. Never differentiated. It means they never entered into the G0 phase. So that's why they are always active in condition to produce mass of cells, right? And here these normal cells, we can define the function. They have the one particular function, right? So these cells do not have no particular function. There is no particular function, right? And also here these normal cells which are contact to other cells, connectivity is there to one cell to another cell. For example, active transport, passive transport, like for that connectivity is there. But these cancer cells do not connect with any other cell. That is actually one of the main point. These are connectivity, they show the connectivity in between one cell to other cells. So these cells do not contact as well as do not connection to any other cells, right? And here, so this point is already covered in the NCERT. Like here, these normal cells are containing chromosome number is normal. So in this case, chromosome number is abnormal chromosome number, right? So this is actually a difference between normal cell to cancer cell. Due to the uncontrolled cell division, now these cells become as what? Tumor cells are formed. The tumors are again divided into two types. One is benign tumors and second one is malignant tumors. So this classification of the tumors is based on the whether they remains localized in a particular place or they spread to the neighborous tissues or neighborous glands, right? So based on that, it is divided into one is benign tumor and one is malignant tumor. First one is a benign tumor. It is normal type of tumors. These are not harmful to the health. They remains present in only that particular location, right? Next tumor is malignant tumor. Malignant tumors are the most dangerous chronic tumors. Actually, we can call these cells as a cancer cells or tumor cells, right? Because these proliferated cells we can also call as neoplast cells. The neoplast cell properties are: first, it can undergo a rapid cell division. Second, it can move from one location to another location, and it can cause harmful to the surrounding cells. And sometimes such neoplast cells are shut off from the tumor and travel to the blood to another location, and again they are going to start the production of new tumor. So such is called as metastasis. So metastasis, it is a property of only malignant tumor, not of benign. So that's why benign tumors are not spreaded. So that's why they are not so harmful to the health, right? Let's write the points. Tumors. So based on whether they are remains localized or spread to another cell, spread to neighborous cells or other part of the body, human body. So based on the tumors are again divided into two types. The first one is benign tumor, right? So benign tumors are not going to spread. They are not spread to another part of the human body. So So they remains localized in one particular position, and these are not harmful to the health, right? Next, second type of tumor is malignant tumor. So here the malignant tumors, the proliferating cells of malignant tumors we can call as neoplast. The proliferation of malignant tumor cells we can call as neoplast. We can call as what? Neoplast cells. So these neoplast cells have the capacity to rapid cell division. Which cell division? Mitosis. And invading, it means they can move from one location to another location, and again they are going to compete to another surrounding cells for nutrition as well as minerals, right? Here cancer cells are always active in condition. So here in this competition, which will be survive, which will be win? Only cancer cells will be win. Why? Because they are always active in condition. Then what happen? In such case, the normal cells, nothing but surrounding cells, are going to suffer from starvations. The normal cells or surrounding cells are going to suffer from the starvations, right? So this is one of the property. And second is here, some cells are shed off from the tumor and move to another location through blood, right? So in such another location, again they are going to start the proliferation, to form cancer. Again they undergoes the proliferation to form of cancer. So such phenomena is called as metastasis. It is called as what? Metastasis. It is one of the best character of malignant tumor, right? And the next characters of cancers are, like for example, the cancers, like the tumors is classified, so based on where they are arised, based on that again they divide into further types. The cancer, nothing but tumors are classified based on so where they are arised, right? So based on that, they divide into mainly three types. One is carcinoma, sarcoma, leukemia. The first one is what? Carcinoma, cancer. Second one is carcinoma. Third one is leukemia and sarcoma. Like three we divided. The first one is carcinoma. In this case, the tumors are arise from epithelial cells, and here in case of sarcoma, the cancer cells which are arise from the mesodermal, and in case of leukemia cells, here highly proliferation of WBC cells, right? Let's write the point. First point is in carcinoma, the tumors are arise from epithelium cells, nothing but skin cells. So it is again divided into two types. One is melanoma, adenoma disease, In case of melanoma, here skin cells, right? Melanin. In case of adenoma, here, so the epithelium of internal internal lining of epithelium, like a glands, internal organs lining epithelium is going to proliferate, right? So this is actually adenoma. Sarcoma. In case of sarcoma, what happened here? Mesodermal cells, mesodermal regions, the tissue is started the proliferation. Here it is again divided into three types. The first one, like in case of bone, it is called as osteosarcoma disease, right? And in case of lymphosarcoma, muscles, myosarcoma. So these are the types of like sarcoma. And third one is what? Leukemia. In case of leukemia, what happened here? Excess amount of WBC cells, excess amount of WBC cells are formed. It is also be harmful to the health, right? So this is actually types of cancers. Let's say the mechanism of normal cells as well as carcinogenic cells. So the normal mechanism of our body, generally the growth and differentiation is a highly controlled and regulatory process with the help of regulatory genes. These regulatory genes we can divide into three categories. So some genes are which are stimulate the cell division. Such genes we can call as genes for proliferation, and some genes are inhibit the proliferation. So such genes we can call as inhibitory genes. So third genes are to kill the programmed cell death. Suicide genes we can call as. After when you reach optimum, the cell is automatically undergoes death. That is already programmed cell death we can call. This is a property of normal cell. But in case of cancer, what happen? In case of cancer cell, so these properties sequence which are regulatory gene sequence is changed due to the mutations or due to some chemical, physiological or biological reasons. These regulatory genes are mutated, that allele sequence was changed. So then it have no capacity to control the proliferation, inhibition and death of the cell. So that's why the cancer cells are unlimited cell division. They are immortal, they have no death, immortal, right? Here mechanism of normal cell division in humans, right? Very simple. The first what happened in this case, the cell growth as well as differentiation, it is controlled by regulatory genes, right? So these regulatory genes we can divide into three categories. So first category, some directly write it, genes for proliferation, right? And second genes are B, genes for growth inhibition, nothing but suspensory genes we can call as. And C, genes for program cell death, it is called as suicide genes. It is called as what? Suicide genes. But in case of cancer cell, what happened? In case of cancer cells, nothing but oncogen cells, regulatory gene sequence is changed. Here that allele, nothing but regulatory gene sequence is changed due to mutations or some physical as well as chemical and biological factors, right? So now what happened? Now it is unable to, now the regulator genes are unable to control as well as inhibition and death of cell, right? So that's why unlimited division to form of tumor. Next, so generally the scientist has says that here the cancer causing genes we can call as oncogenes. Cancer causing genes which are oncogenes, which are present normally in all cells, right? So such genes we can call as cellular oncogenes we can call. These cellular oncogenes, C oncogenes, these C oncogenes are generally inactive in condition at the beginning. So such we can call as proto-oncogenes. We can call as what? Proto-oncogenes. It is a normal condition, right? When these proto-oncogenes are activated due to the mutations or activated due to some biological factors or chemical factors to become as oncogenes are formed or cancer genes are formed, right? Oncogenes are generally which are present in cell, that is called as cellular oncogenes, right? So these cellular oncogenes in the normal cells, C oncogenes we can call as, which are normally present in normal cells also. We can notice such type of genes we can in normal cells also. But they are which in condition? They are in proto-oncogenes. They are inactivated in condition. They are what? Inactivated in condition when due to some physical or biological characters, these proto-oncogenes are activated. These are activated and become as oncogenes. So these oncogenes are going to cause the tumor, right? So if the question is, if the cancer genes are there in the normal cells, yes, cancer genes are there in the normal cells, but they are in which in condition? Proto-oncogenes. Cellular oncogenes are always inactive in condition, right? Which factors are induce the cell division, or which factors are transform the normal cells into carcinogenic cells? So such agents, such factors we can call as carcinogenic agents. So these agents are like maybe chemical agents, physical as well as biologicals also can stimulate the cell division and cause the cancer. Put the heading carcinogenic agents. Carcinogenic agents. Which are called as carcinogenic agents, which are cause directly disease, which are cause a cancer disease. So such agents are called carcinogenic agents, right? So these carcinogenic agents are mainly, these are maybe chemical agents, chemical carcinogenic agent, and physical and biological agents also can cause the cancer. So first chemical, regarding chemical agents, chemical carcinogenic agents. So these chemical carcinogenic agents are first recognized in tobacco plant. The tobacco smoke which is induce the lung cancer. Tobacco chewing is cause the oral cancer. And also for example excessive secretion of hormones also going to lead the cancer, that is like a prostate cancer, right? And also for example some sweeteners, saccharin, which is also induce the cancer. These all are coming under chemicals. Here first tobacco smoke, which is cause the lungs disease, lungs cancer, right? And second one is tobacco. Chewing is called is induce oral cancer, nothing but mouth cancer, along with some sweeteners, nothing but saccharin, which is also lead to cancer. Next, excessive of hormones also lead to cancer, like prostate cancer, right? So these are general chemicals. Next one is physical agents. So in this, ionized X-rays, gamma rays, non-ionized UV rays, which are going to cause or lead the changes of DNA sequence. So that change is also called cancer, right? In case of physical, here ionized X-rays and gamma rays and non-ionized UV rays, so which are induce the changes in DNA sequence, of DNA. So these mutations also lead to the cancer, right? Third one is biological. Here some DNA viruses, as well as RNA viruses also can cause the cancer, right? So if the virus is cause the cancer, that is called as biological cancer, right? So these are the actually agents of carcinogenic agents. And the next heading is regarding detection and diagnosis. Here, so in case of cancer, early detection, if we recognize the tumors in early stage, we can cure the disease easily. But if it is reached to second stage and third stage, it is very tough task to cure the disease, right? Next, so for the detection, mainly they are using biopsy process. Biopsy means here just the tumor. First we are going to isolate such tissues or tumors, and we can study under electron microscope, and like a pathological study, blood study, and bone marrow study, and a lymphatic study, as well as WBC study. WBC number we are going to study to detect the cancer, right? The first point is early detection. You can give the better treatment. In first case, and detection with the help of biopsy method. So in simple, in this case here, the tissue or the tumor is separated from that person, and examination under microscope. That is one method. And also pathological study, and as well as blood sample, bone marrow study, as well as lymphatic vessels, and the WBC number we have to count for detection of what? Detection of cancer. And here beside that we can use like these three methods also we are using for detection of cancer. That is, the first one is X-rays, and second one is CT scan, and MRI scan. So which are also be useful to detection of cancer. So in out of this here, MRI scan it can give the accurate result, which can give the accurate result, physiological as well as pathological or physiological changes in the internal organ we can accurately detect. So most of the cases they use MRI scan. Magnetic resonance imaging, by using of X-rays, right? So which is give accurate result. By using of this we can study pathological as well as physiological changes in tissue or in internal organs we can study exactly. It will be the exact result. The CT scan here, computating tomography. CT scan. It means computating tomography. So which is also be useful to detect the cancer. In this case, the CT scan it is going to give the three-dimensional imaging of internal organs, right? That is CT scanner. And nowadays one more technique also we are using, that is by using of molecular biology, molecular techniques, early detection of cancer causing genes. If such genes are suspected genes, so these suspected genes we are going to predisposals before the inheritance of next generation. So this is actually in some cases it is prevented by using of early detection, right? By using of molecular biology, we are detecting suspected carcinogenic genes, right? So if the gene sequence is changed, which is caused to the disease, then what we are going to do? So such genes we are predisposal. These genes are predisposal. So before the inheritance of next generation, So this is actually only one method. By this method we can prevent the disease. To next generation, right? Next one is diagnosis, treatment. What is a treatment? Treatment is here mainly 3 or 4 types of treatments are there. First one is like a chemotherapy, a radiotherapy, immunotherapy, surgery, and these are the normal treatments. So most of the cases by using surgery, just in case of it is a benign tumor, we can remove the tumors easily by surgery, removing off or cut the tumors and separate from the human body. First, normal cases. And second one is immunization. Here, in case of sometime it is caused by virus also, papillomavirus or hepatitis B virus also causes the cancer. In such case, we have to give alpha interference. We have to give alpha interference. Alpha interference. You know that already. Alpha interference, which have the capacity to protect the cells, protect the normal cells from viral infection, right? So this is actually immunization by giving of alpha interference. Next one is a radiotherapy. Radiotherapy. In this radiotherapy, so here you can say radiations are we are used. By using of radiation, we cut the tumor like a cobalt, iodine, like radiations are used to cut the tumor. And the last one is chemotherapy. Chemotherapy. Here chemicals are given, drugs are given to anti-cancer. It means here, so these chemicals are going to inhibit the proliferation of cell, nothing but inhibition proliferation of DNA. DNA replication is inhibited. So such type of drugs we are giving to cancer patients, right? Here the drugs which are inhibit the DNA replication. Indirectly it is going to stop the proliferation of the cell, right? So which are like vinblastine, vincristine, and Toxol. Okay, vinblastine and vincristine, these are from vinca plant. Vinca plant. Catharanthus plant we can call as Catharanthus. From this plant we prepare the two drugs, that is vinblastine and vincristine drug. So this Toxol baccata, actually it is a gymnosperm. From this gymnosperm the drug is prepared, which have the capacity to inhibit the replication of DNA, right? So this is actually regarding what? Detection as well as diagnosis, treatment of cancer. So this is actually entire information regarding cancer. Okay, thank you all of you.